Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a quick swatch video of my 3 Viseart palettes. The reason why I want to do this is because I know I have not shown you guys swatches of all 3 palettes, and I really just kind of wanted to get it out there before I do all these tutorials. This way you guys can see what they look like on the skin, decide whether or not you have similar colors, yada yada yada. And because I have no room to swatch these, quick thanks again to my daughter Cadence because I really needed her arms for this. Anywho, I'm going to start off with the Viseart 01 Neutral Matte Palette. All these palettes are mattes that I am showing you guys today, but again, this one is the neutral one, the very first one I got, and the start of my love affair with Viseart. So these are the swatches. These are all neutral, kind of some are warm, but it's called the neutral palette. So these are the swatches for this palette. The next palette is the 04 Dark Matte. This one is obviously darker shades, but it contains both warm and cool tones in here, as well as, like, I would consider that more of like a neutral, but this palette works amazingly well when added to this one, or really any of your shadows. So if you're just looking to have a palette that is something you can add to it, like the Kat Von D palette, adding this in is perfection. So something to consider, like if you already have a lot of these tones, maybe just grab this one. You will not be disappointed by this palette at all. So here's the swatches for these. Again, all mattes, and there are 12 shades in here. One thing I want to point out about these as you guys are looking at the swatches is how well these go together. I love that this palette right here, the neutral one, has the lighter highlight shades. And then when you go into the dark one, it doesn't have that. So they just go together versus having 5 neutral light shades in here and then also having in here because, well, every palette needs a light shade. I love that there's not light shades in here and that it's truly an all dark shadow palette, so I'm not having a bunch of duplicates. Now when you step over to the Cool Mattes, this is the 07 Cool Mattes palette. This one does have the extra highlight shades here, but it's because we went from the neutral palette, which to me is neutral and warm, to cool tones. So I feel like it's definitely necessary to have your cooler tones versus, I'll let you see these side by side. You can definitely see that the highlight shades or the lighter transition shades in this side are much warmer tones, and these are definitely cool tones. So again, I still don't feel like I'm having a bunch of shades that are exactly the same. I seriously hate that with palettes. I really do. But I know every brand's different. They gotta have, we get it. But I love that they did that. It's so great. So these are the swatches for this palette. This is the one that I've used the least out of them, but I tend to go towards the warm tones. It's just my favorite. But I've swatched these, I have used these, I've used a lot of the ones down here. It's still impeccable shading, impeccable pigmentation. I cannot express to you guys enough the quality in these. They are absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to use this blue shade. It's gonna be so beautiful. But anywho, those are the swatches, you guys. Those are my thoughts on these palettes. I think you guys already knew that I was obsessed with them, but now you really know. And my next video will be using these, so now you've got the 401 about them before we jump into all these tutorials, because I probably won't be putting these down. Sorry, one more thing that I have to say that I love about these is that if you're not into all mattes, use the palette and then add one more thing, like a MAC pigment like I did in my last video, or add one of those Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadows on the lid, just something to set it off, but then everything else matte. It's just beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anywho, guys, I will shut up now. It's supposed to be a quick video and I just can't stop talking. So anywho, I am off to my very first physical therapy today. Wish me luck. Hopefully they don't hurt me too bad. And I will see you guys again soon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.